Level Up is a regular podcast that brings you topics to help you perform at work and in life at your very highest level. Your host is Dan Chiodo, an executive coach, corporate trainer, and author. He is president of Impact Training and Executive Coaching. And now, here's Dan.
Thank you very much, Jesse. I appreciate that. Another beautiful day on Level Up. Level up your link to lifelong learning. That's what we're going for. And you know, this is the beginning of a new year, all new episodes. And each month you'll get a Level Up episode. You'll get the episode, you'll get the show notes, and then you can figure out what you want to do with the information that you learn, that my guests impart to you. So as we begin this year, now you can really watch this anytime, but we happen to be taping it at the beginning of a year. And as an executive coach, I will get people talking to me about the goals that they have for the year. And every year, there are several people, most of them actually, that have a fitness goal, some type of fitness goal. So I've searched for a long time to find the right person to talk to you about this subject. Someone who knows what they're talking about. And actually, I should say that Stephen Shields, who has been on our podcast before, brought this person to me. So let me tell you a little bit about her first, and then I'm going to introduce her. So she began her personal training at 24 Hour Fitness, and she's certified in strength and gravity as well as biomechanics. She's also a nutritional consultant and completed 7 fitness competitions, placing in the top 5 in the fitness and bikini category. Since then, she took a little break and did some personal training to work with professional athletes in the NFL, NBA, and participants of the 2014 World Cup. She's also created and patented her own brand called Jess Fitness, helping people achieve a healthier lifestyle. And she now is assistant coach at one of the largest fitness franchises in the world, F45. Dallas Main Street in Texas is where she is at. And her name is Jessica Heidari. Hi, Jessica.
Hi.
Welcome.
How are you?
Welcome.
So happy.
I talked about lifelong learning at the beginning of this podcast, and oh my gosh, I'm almost exhausted. We haven't even talked about the fitness part yet, and I'm exhausted about all that you've done, all that you've accomplished.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's definitely been an exciting journey, a journey that I actually did not know I was going to be on, which makes it even more fun. So
I was going to ask you that question. Tell me how you got into this.
So it's very funny. I actually grew up in the restaurant industry. So my father has had a restaurant, one of the most well-known 5-star restaurants in Dallas since I was born. And the end goal was for us to take over the family empire. But attending Southern Methodist University, I was introduced to the sport management and applied physiology major. And so with that, I transitioned over just having this passion for fitness and competing. And so that's when it just started to evolve. And I just found what I really loved. And I've worked with all types of people. And so that's how I've just gotten here with such a long background of doing almost everything. I've worked with everyday mommies who, are prenatal to postnatal to off-season Dallas Cowboys, so it's been an amazing journey. And so now I've finally found my true passions with my personal training and with my F45.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you talk about people from different walks of life, because that's something we should probably say. Fitness can be for everyone, right?
Everyone, absolutely everyone. It's definitely one of those things where a lot of people tell me that they're too old to start a workout regimen, or, they have, injuries, or they're not, in shape enough. But in all honesty, if you just start with a great program, everyone has to start from somewhere. So that's what I tell people. I say, there's always a beginning part to your journey. So, you can start at any age, anywhere, any place in life.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So tell me this, what percentage of clients do you see starting a new goal like this in January?
100%, 100% of them. Yeah, it's such a funny question because there will be, every person you come in contact with on December 31st saying, okay, tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow is the day that I start my new goal. I'm going to lose 10 pounds, or I'm going to give up alcohol, or I'm going to do this. So, everybody has something that they want to achieve at the 1st of January. So it's pretty simple, unless you're already in that perfect workout regimen or you're a fitness competitor, it's pretty much 99 to 100% of people.
That's great. I usually tell my clients that although I can work with them on leveling up in their profession or what they're doing, but it's great to have a fitness coach too.
Oh, yeah. For sure. I think that the key component of having an instructor or a coach, a wellness coach, personal trainer, whatever you want to call it, is accountability. And there may be some people who they've been in the gym for years and they probably know exactly what to do, but the accountability of a partner, of a teammate, of a coach can really just do wonders for your workout regimen.
That is true. And you say partner, and that's exactly what some of my clients think about their fitness coaches. It really is a partnership, isn't it?
Yeah, it's I tell my clients are always, I'm so thankful. I have such amazing people in my life, but they're always like, thank you so much for, what you've done for me. And I'm like, this is a team, we are a team, I'm here to keep you accountable, to help you get through this program. And so it's all about teamwork.
That is great. So let me ask you this now, especially at the beginning of the year, let's say we look at gyms and they're pretty crowded. We have a lot of folks there. And then a month later, it's just a little empty. So talk to that a little bit.
I know. It's funny. Everyone's always like, oh, the gym's going to be packed. And unfortunately, I always say, give it 2 or 3 weeks and it'll be back to normal. It's tough because I think the majority of the population want instant gratification. People are looking for the magic pill or the magic machine or the magic juice cleanse or whatever they think will happen overnight, and it just won't. It's unfortunate. I wish it would, but there is hard work that you have to put in. And so when people don't see results within 1 or 2 weeks, they tend to fall off very quickly. And so that is why I'm constantly driving the word consistency, because if over time we give that consistent workout or work on that consistent meal plan or really give it a go, I always tell people, give it at least a month to a month and a half and you will see results.
That's good. That's probably it. If they come there and listen to you, work with you a little bit, and then they start to see results.
Yeah.
So one thing I'm going to throw out there is I taught land aerobics and I started to teach it at this new Y. And I had a class, mine was a 6 a.m. class, so I had to motivate them.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun. But 2 ladies came in one day in January and they said, when does this class meet? And I said, well, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 a.m. They looked at each other and they said, we will be here at every class. Yeah. And it's years later and I've never seen them.
Yeah, I know. And it's tough. I mean, because you do start their day, and that workout at 6 a.m. is starting their day. And sometimes the motivation is so hard to wake up and to get there. And, and so I tell people, I'm like, but remember that when you walk into that workout, you're going to walk out feeling so much better. You may get up at 5:15, hitting that alarm, just not wanting to go. But by 7 a.m., you're going to walk out feeling like $1,000,000, So you had the hardest job. The 6 a.m. instructor is one of the hardest jobs, for sure.
Right. Well, let's say we get some people and you are coaching them. You're their fitness coach. What kinds of things are you saying to them if they want to see immediate results and they don't see that? What do we say to them?
Yeah, it's tough. I try to tell people that they have to understand that not everybody's body type is the same. So For example, a husband and wife, I'm sure we've heard this a million times. A husband and wife will be on the exact same workout regimen, the exact same meal plan, and the husband will drop 10 pounds in the first week, and the wife may drop 1. That's tough because she's frustrated. So let's say you have a friend and a friend, 2 females go to class. One just has completely different body type and may lose weight very quickly. I always tell people, remember, it will happen, but your journey just may be a little bit tougher or take a little bit longer than the person next to you. So if you stay on it, it will fall. It definitely will fall. You just have to keep faith, have hope, do what your instructor or your coach tells you to do, and it'll happen. It's just that patience is a virtue. You got to really hold on to that patience during that time, So I would definitely tell people to, consistency is key, and we can't expect to just work out 3 days a week and then eat badly, the rest of the week. We have to really stay on it and work really hard. So yeah.
I'm thinking of what you do in terms of fitness and what I do in terms of being an executive coach. And I will ask my people, how do you want me to hold you accountable? As we work together, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to do? So what is it like, and as a fitness coach, what do you have to say to people to make sure they're working hard enough?
This is a loaded question because it is, and I hate saying that, but it's tough because sometimes we will get a client who is ready. They are ready to go. They are ready to do everything you tell them to. And within a week, they're, 2 pounds down. And you're like, good job. You've done everything. And then you'll get a client who you have to stay on. And I do stay on my clients. I do text them every day. I do keep a note, in our phone that's attached to them. And I say, tell me what you ate every day. So I think the best thing to do is to have people journal every single day. And I tell them that. I say the best thing that you can do is journal your food, whether it's good, whether it's bad. I don't really care. I just want to know what you're intaking. And that way it keeps people seeing exactly what they're putting in. Because sometimes people say, well, yesterday I had this for lunch, but it was only like this much. And then my kid, I made him this, but I only had this much. And then for dinner, I had this, and I'm like, okay, I want you to write it down. And then they start writing it down and they're like, yeah, it adds up. So that's one of the biggest things I tell people to help themselves keep accountable. And then, as their instructor, I try to be with them even outside of our workout sessions. If they need help with going to a restaurant or going to a dinner, like what can I eat? I try to tell them this would be the best option that you can make, So staying with my clients and staying on them is probably it's actually an accountability coach. That is part of my title. I am an accountability coach outside of being a personal trainer. So yeah, there's a lot of things just depending on the person.
I like that. And I really like the fact that you would ask them to send you a text so that you know how they're doing. That really is being a partner. I like that.
Yeah, I try. It can be draining at times only because, you really want to see that person succeed, and you're really, and sometimes people just don't want it. I think that's key. I think you have to be ready to say, I want to change not only my physical self, but, going through a fitness journey is really reading into like your well-being. It's saying, I'm worth it. I'm better than this. I want to be my best. And so it's really telling yourself like, all right, I'm ready to be my ultimate best. So it can be tough.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, this might be a good time to take a break, and then I have a lot more questions for you afterwards. We'll take a little commercial break. And if you all, as our viewers, are taking a break, please have something like trail mix or some water to hydrate, but keep it healthy till we come back. This is Dan Chiodo, and my guest today is Jessica Heidari. And we are talking about fitness, especially fitness, the beginning of the year. This is Level Up.
Here is F45 training. The F stands for functional training, a mix of circuit and HIIT style workouts geared towards everyday movement. 45 is the total amount of time for sweat dripping and heart pumping fun. With thousands of exercises in our database and an almost infinite amount of combinations, our sessions are always fresh and innovative. Put that all together, and F45 Training is here to bring you one of the world's most innovative workouts. Now let's take a class. Find your local F45 studio from our locations all around the globe. Once inside, our trainers will be there to greet you and check you in. First, we'll demo each exercise while you watch from the blue track. A warm-up will follow, then it's time to find your station. Want to play-by-play? Track your heart rate with F45 Lionheart. Ready in 3, 2, 1, it's go time. F45 TV will guide you. F45 FM will move you. And our trainers will support you every step of the way. This is team training. This is life-changing. This is F45.
Thank you for coming back to part 2 of Level Up. We knew that you'd be back because we're talking fitness today, and we're making sure that you have all you need to know so that you can set a fitness goal. I am Dan Chiodo, your host, and I have Jessica Heidari here with me today, and she is going to talk to us more about fitness. So, Jessica, let's start with this. What are the key components of a good fitness regimen?
Ooh, love this. Well, if we're talking basics, we always know that there's fitness. So we have, whether it's cardio or resistance training, which that's a whole other topic that we can get into. But we always have our cardio and our resistance training. Resistance training meaning whether it's lifting weights, Pilates, using bands, those types of things. We can even do that with body weight. And then there's always different components, like as far as water, hydration. It's a huge part of our life. We need to really think about hydration. There are things like supplements, recovery. And then most importantly, we know that nutrition is the biggest component that we can think of. So, you'll always hear a nutrition coach say, food is 85% of your entire workout regimen. And so that's why food is so important for our workout regimen and our fitness journey, because we can work out every single day. And if we're not fueling our bodies with the right foods, we can ruin it all. So those are super important, especially food and then the exercise.
Very good. Very good. So what would you say then is the most important of all of that you talk about?
I would say food, because I tell people, sometimes it's tough for people to get through workouts every day. And not that we have to go in the gym and do 1.5 hour long workouts, but with life, it can be tough. And so I tell people that if you are eating properly and fueling your body properly, you don't have to stress too much about putting on weight or, gaining weight or losing muscle mass. If you're fueling your body with the right foods, then you can still balance that out with the little time that we have in a day. So I will say that nutrition and hydration are the most important, over fitness.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What happens, Jessica, if you have someone who they've never worked out before? This is all new to them. So what do you do with a person like that?
I always tell people that you're never too old to start a regimen. You're never in a place where you can't start something. So there is this story that I just read in an article. This 90-year-old sweet woman got her very first personal trainer, and she swears by it. She is now, now she's 95, and she's like, when I started, I'm this little old lady, but if you build the correct program, and your trainer and your coach should be educated. Let me throw that in there. Make sure your trainer and your coach are educated, not just someone that you saw working out in the gym. Mm-hmm. But yes, which is very big. They will know exactly where to start you from, and they will help keep you accountable and keep you on the right track. So I always say it doesn't matter if you've never done anything before, or you don't feel like you're in shape enough, or you have little endurance. Remember, there's always a point to start. As far as, let's say, if you have injuries or if you're recovering from rehab or something, there's always different steps to take for that as well. So, and that can be with your trainer, working with your chiropractor or whoever it was that you're rehabbing with, your physical therapist. You guys can work together as a team to get the right program started.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Here in Naples, Florida, there are so many people that work out, and some of them, I don't realize the age that they are.
Yeah.
And so some are 80, 90, or one gentleman that swims where I do, he's 100, and he wins all of these senior swimming meets. And it's just, just does go to show you it's never too late, right?
Yeah, I love that. That makes it is funny. Sometimes when you walk up these people and they're working out and they, you're like, I wonder how old they are. And they tell you, and you're like, oh, that's why, because the exercise and keeping active is what keeps them young. But I will say that, with exercise, this is a lifestyle. It's about creating a lifestyle of activity. And so, I want people to get in the gym, if they can. I want people to be active in their in-home workouts if they can. But also it's about creating that lifestyle, about being more active, walking a little bit farther if you can, say walk to the little market down the street instead of driving, or, be more active in your house instead of being so sedentary watching TV all the time. There are things we can be doing. So it is creating that lifestyle. We always see these Italians who eat all these wonderful carbs, and you're like, how are they so small? It's because the Italians live a healthy lifestyle, being active on a daily basis, So it's just about finding that balance in life and trying not to be so sedentary all the time. Yeah.
I like that word, lifestyle. And if you think about it, some people who want to get fit and are trying to eat well, if it is going well at first and then starts to trail off, I wonder if maybe they start to lose faith that they can do it and start to see them as the way they've always been, as opposed to you talking about lifestyle. Any of us, if we wanted to turn things around, could choose a little different lifestyle and then stick with that. That's the new us, right?
I love that, actually, because that's the truth, is that, there may be, I've had multiple clients, just in case anybody that's watching this feels uncomfortable about being in the gym. There are other people who feel uncomfortable in the gym as well. And I've had multiple clients who did not want to be in a gym. And if we were, they wanted to be in a corner. Some people just aren't, secure enough with how they look or how they feel. And it is sad, because I do want people to feel their best in their hearts, and so if you do feel that way and you really don't want to be in a gym, you want to kind of create that in-home workout, just try and be on your feet a little bit more, get that little, step counter and make sure that those are things that you can do. So that way you don't feel self-conscious trying to lift weights in the gym by yourself, or, if your endurance isn't high, and that way you can work up to the end goal that you want.
That's good. That is good.
Yeah.
Jessica, we're looking at F45 there. I know nothing about that. So I wonder if you would orient us to F45 and what the difference is between that and other fitness places.
Very good question. So F45 is for functional 45 minutes.
Ah, okay.
Yes. So F45 is all functional training. So in a quick minute, I will spin this around so all you guys can see what I'm talking about.
Great.
It is one of the largest franchises in the world. It was created in Australia. So with the functional training, this was created in order so that you guys can get in and out of a workout within 45 minutes. Okay. But it is ropes, we have balls, medicine balls, sledgehammers, dumbbells, suspension trainers. So you won't see anything intimidating like platforms or racks or bench press, anything you would typically see in a big gym. So what it does is we also have like these screens where it helps you go through your entire workout and tells you the countdown, the timing, the rest periods. It literally tells you when to start an exercise and when to stop an exercise. And although the screens tell you exactly what to do, you have 2 trainers who come in every class who specifically watch you and your form and make sure that you're doing it perfectly. So I'm going to spin this around so you guys can kind of.
Please do.
Yeah. So as you guys can see, we are set up for today's class. Today is actually called Liberty. So Tuesdays and Thursdays and Sundays are our weight days. So when you see a lot on the floor, that means it's a weight day. When you see nothing, that's the scary part. Those are the plyometrics, the fun lunges and hops and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So you'll see these screens up here where our head guy, Corey G, will be demonstrating all these exercises for you. So we have stations 1, 2, and 3. And then all stations are numbered on the floor. So 1, 2, and 3 match 1, 2, and 3, which makes it super easy for you. Stations 4, 5, and 6 on the second screen will match 4, 5, and 6. So it's super fun, super easy. Today only has 9 stations. So that means there's only 9 exercises in today's workout, but it shows you exactly how to do it and it shows you the timing as well. So it's a really wonderful concept. I love it. I don't know if you're familiar, Dan, but Mark Wahlberg has bought into this and is obsessed. And you'll see him post about F45 all the time, which of course has hit gold now, If he's a believer, everyone's a believer. So
Wonderful.
It's been fun. But I love this. I love the community. The people at F45 really try to create a family. And I think that's what we try to do at F45. I've been personal training for years, but when I walked into F45, I was just taking the class because I wanted a good workout. And, they had asked me to come on the team and it was like a no-brainer. I love the people here, especially the owners of my gym, their husband and wife, and they put like their entire soul into just like the people and the community at this. So that was one reason why I absolutely love it. So it's been a really, really fun part of my business, and I'm couldn't be happier. So I hope everyone tries an F45. They're all franchises, so you'll meet so many different people, but you should find one in your town for sure.
That is great. You say nothing intimidating, but you mentioned a sledgehammer. You're going to have to.
Oh, that's so. You're right.
Sledgehammer.
The sledgehammers are intimidating. We have all different sizes though. So everything we have has multiple sizes so that you can start from the lowest. And so I will say that when a first timer comes into class, it looks very intimidating. And I've told people, I'm like, is this your first class? Don't worry, I'm here to help you. And by the time they leave, they're like, you were right. You were there every step of the way. And I'm like, I know it looks super scary, but like once we get into it, and even if we tell people you don't even need to pick up weight, we'll tell them, don't even pick up anything. We'll just do this exercise without weight, and that'll make it a little bit easier for you. And people appreciate that. So although it's a group class, we also try to personal train each individual member if we can, for sure.
That is great. That is great. Jessica, thank you so much for spending time with us, for motivating us. I can just tell that your clients are very happy with you, and partnering with them to lead a life of fitness. That's wonderful. That is great.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And this has been so fun. I hope that everyone starts their New Year's resolutions, and I hope that you guys stick to it. Try and stick to it as long as you can. And if you need help, like everyone reach out to a coach or someone that's recommended to you, but really try and stick to it at least 2 months. And I guarantee you guys will see results. Your hard work will pay off for sure.
That is great. What a great place to end this podcast. And I thank you so much, Jessica. That is great. To our viewers, thank you for being here, for listening to Jessica Heidari and talk about F45 and fitness in general and coming up with your goals this year. So I don't know how you set your goals. I know for my clients, I ask them to choose about 12, so they have one a month to do. But I will say this, that why not put fitness at the beginning? Because the other things that you're trying to achieve if you start with fitness, it's going to help you out a whole lot. So our new theme this year about level up your link to lifelong learning, I guess today we can say your link to lifelong lifestyle learning, because that's what we talked about today. Take a look at the show notes and highlight some of the things that are important to you, and then find one thing that you want to start with in terms of your fitness. Okay, Dustin, it's time to take us out. Cheers.
If you feel like this information was valuable to you, Dan would love it if you'd click the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions or thoughts about today's episode, please leave a comment. Also, if you're a first-time subscriber, be sure to ring that bell to be notified about future episodes. To learn more about what Impact's training and development can do for you and your business, visit impactbydan.com, where you can find more information about executive coaching, corporate training, keynote speaking, and much more. Thanks so much for watching.